You know that person who's always saying that everything that happens is because of fate? Phone battery died and the alarm didn't go off in the morning? Fate. Got up quickly and banged the little toe in the closet door? Fate. Arrived late at work, lied to the boss, got caught and got fired? Definitely fate. You see, when you don't want to assume responsibility for your actions, good old fate is always there to take the fall. It can't answer back, which is great, so you can carry on with your life with the solace that it's not your fault, and that things were just meant to be that way. The thing is, you're fooling yourself not just because you're blaming an external entity for your actions, but also because you actually don't believe in fate. Really? Wanna see? So, you believe in fate and suddenly...
Road crossing.
You are on one side of a busy road and you need to cross to the other side. What do? Do you immediately cross the road to the other side? Or do you first look both ways and only then cross the road? So, the logical answer, keeping in mind that you do believe in fate, is that you can immediately cross the road without looking, because fate would have already decided if you were going to get hit or not. If you managed to cross the road safely, it was fate. If you were hit, fate. If fate is predetermined and unavoidable, there's no point in being careful. Whatever happens, it's because it was bound to happen. It's impossible to avoid. Try that the next time you go outside. Still believe in fate?
Work.
You went to some job interviews and eventually you have to decide between two companies. One pays less, but the work is more peaceful, and the other pays more, but the work is less peaceful. Do you choose less pay, more peace, or more pay, less peace? They're both wrong. Did you forget the predetermined and unavoidable thing? If you really believe in fate, you can just sit your butt on the couch and whatever happens is your destiny, cause there's no way to change it. You see where I'm going with this? Still sticking with fate, huh? How about...
Death.
Do you also believe that when you are born you already come with a fixed expiry date? That would be awesome! Really? Just think about it. If the date is fixed, then the cause of death would also have to be fixed, because it's impossible to die from a shark attack if at the precise moment of death you are climbing Mount Everest. Okay, at least very improbable. So, date fixed and cause fixed. Now, imagine all the possible ways to die. There must be millions of them, even billions. That means that you could risk attempting a bunch of them, that you would probably be safe. The thing is, you can't be sure which one is the one that gets you. Okay, but on the other hand, that's a simple probability problem. If you are going to die of a single cause, each one of the possible causes would have like a 1 in a billion chance to be the right one. So you could drink poison, jump from a plane without a parachute, tell your mother-in-law her cooking sucks, no problem. Probably. Because any one of those would just have a tiny chance of being the one that in fact would kill you. Even if you accidentally tried that one, it's because that was the one destined to get you, so no way to avoid it anyway. People don't really believe in fate. They believe it for some things, don't believe it for other things. Make up your mind, guys. I never saw a believer who just crosses the road without caring, who sits at home and truly believes food will just appear, who every day tries 2 or 3 death-inducing stunts because he trusts the odds. As you see, this way of thinking about fate has many flaws, and I'm not saying the creation is perfect, but come on, give me some credit here. First of all, fate is actually a real thing. When I was writing that program, I was trying to keep things simple and intended to create just 2 universes, where in one you would be a man and in the other you would be a woman. Because Adam and Eve and the rib thing and whatever, just check out my other video. Anyway, the thing is, I kinda fell asleep on the keyboard and instead of 2 universes, I sorta created 2 to the power of... well, let's just say Amazon, Google and Microsoft combined don't have enough bits to count the number of universes I made. Why don't you use a computer, they said. You'll make things much faster. Yeah, mistakes. Anyway, once I had them, I had to make something with them. I had some time in my hands, because I was also creating it and I had not had time to wipe it off yet. So I thought, hey, maybe I can do a neat thing with this. So I stayed up late one night and pre-calculated all possible outcomes for every possible situation. and formed an intricate network of universe paths. Cool, huh? Now I know what will happen if any path is chosen. The thing is, I don't know which path will in fact be chosen.
Free will clause violation avoided.
Is it really that hard to believe? Imagine you have an apple in your hand. You have the choice of just holding it there, and that will result in it just being there. But between many others, you also have the choice of throwing it in the air, and depending on how you do it, you can be sure it will rise and fall in a certain manner. Newton learned that the hard way. Anyway, the same principle applies to everything else. If you are about to cross the road in a certain moment, and you cross it at a certain speed, and you choose a certain path to do it, and every car that is there because all the choices they made up until that moment, what will happen is already pre-calculated in one of the many universes. So in a sense, it's predetermined and it's also unavoidable, because the outcome is precisely the result of processing all the variables with their specific values at that moment. Therefore, fate does exist, it's predetermined and unavoidable. The thing is, you still have the ability to choose your own. Everybody wins. So face it like this. Every possible railroad track is already in place, but you are the one who chooses which train to enter. Well, gotta go now. Moses just told me one of the servers is burning. Just ignore the next few deja vus.